Good morning, Monday! Good morning, coffee. Turns out about 90% of my personality is caffeine. Saw that somewhere earlier this week. Sorry I had to do it. Anyhow, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kyle. I'm the Geekin Dad. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend and a great week. Today, I get to talk about something that I've been waiting to do for a few months now, and the time has finally come. Today, I've upgraded to Gigabit Fiber internet. Now, I know this is going to be a fairly dull video for you, and I apologize ahead of time, but I am very excited about this. And so actually, it may not be that dull. I don't know. You'll have to let me know in the comments down below. But I finally got to get, I got to get rid of Comcast. I got to avoid AT&T, and I got to support a local, a regional internet provider, and I get full-blown Gigabit Fiber internet here now. So beforehand, I was stuck using Comcast, and with the package that I had, I was getting on average 229 megabits per second download speed with an average of 12 megabits per second of an upload speed. But when you were looking at the package online, it showed like, it was, I want to say it was their Blast Pro or something like that. Or it was their whatever 25 megabit per second package they called, like whatever that speed is called, with Blast Pro, which gave you download speeds up to an advertised 250 megabits per second download. Of course, they don't advertise what their upload speeds are because they don't really care, because most consumers probably don't care and they don't know what it means and why it matters. But be that as it may, that's what I get to move away from today, and I am very excited. Getting away from Comcast is also great because I get to help a company push fiber to the masses, what little bit I can contribute, and this video is another such way to do that. I'm very excited because Consolidated Communications, while the property that I currently reside in has had fiber pre-run to all the apartments, they finally got the back end set up to where now I can have the actual service. But as we'll see, we're not getting the full deal, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Now, I will say that I had a magnificent, well-hidden setup under one of my tabletops that I have set up for my desk, where I had the Comcast and my router, and everything kind of went from there to all the devices, you know, my desktop, my second workstation area, my servers in my closet, which we'll get to, as well as throughout the home, because thankfully this apartment is pre-wired, which I think everything should be nowadays. But it left me limited as to what I could do with the space and kind of kept me out from under it, so I couldn't sit there, so it ended up being more of a storage shelf than anything else. Now, with getting rid of it all, I'm able to move everything into the closet where all the networking and all the wiring is actually run to. And after Consolidated came out and set up their device to get the fiber to communicate properly, I was able to go in there and set up my modem. That's so amateur. I was able to get my Asus RT87U, I believe, set up and get, you know, I've got a server in there that I'm running 2012 R2 on. I've got a little HP ProLiant micro server that I'm running FreeNAS on. And of course, from there, I'm able to run wired Ethernet to the other two important devices in my house, which are my desktop, which I can throw a switch over here and use for anything else I need in this area, so that's not an issue. And then also to the Roku, which performs 100 times better, even though it only has a 10100 NIC on it as compared to like a standard gigabit NIC that just about every other device on the market these days has. So after getting everything all set up, we moved from 229 by 12 to a peak of 850 by about 940 during off peak usage with Consolidated on the fiber, which is fantastic. That's about a 3.5 time increase on the download speed and a 75 plus times increase on the upload speed. And on the side of like nearing peak usage, which there is a difference in speeds, using speedtest.net for all of these, by the way, I'm getting on average about 550 megabit per second download speeds and about 640 megabits per second upload speed. That's still 50 times faster upload, give or take, and it's still, you know, at least 2.5 times faster download, but it leaves you wanting the full thing, which, you know, it happens. They're a small company. I expect that as the infrastructure continues to improve, so should the consistency of the speeds. That's what I'm expecting. I'll have to see kind of how that all plays out. But I guess the big thing for me is that, hey, I can go from taking a video that's my normal time, and instead of it taking 15 to 20 minutes to upload, now it's gonna take me 2 minutes, which means it makes my life a lot easier, and I get away from Comcast and away from the big incumbents in the area, and I get to support a regional provider that's providing great fiber service, that's gonna give me great speeds, it's gonna be reliable, and all of that good stuff. So this video is more just me bragging and excited about the fact that I get fiber internet now in the full Monty of the 1 gig fiber. I get to come into the age that so many other people have. And also to encourage you, do some research on your regional providers and see if you can get that option too. If you have gigabit fiber internet, I would love to know. Let me know down in the comments below, and let's start a club or something. But anyhow, you can do all this stuff down there besides just commenting. You know what to do. As the Vlogbrothers would say, the doobly-doo. And until next time, geek on.